Hi, welcome to the latest edition of On the Beaten Path. I am your state representative, Matt Beaton, and we are on a remote location today out at Mount Pleasant Country Club in Boylston, Massachusetts on a beautiful day after a pretty rainy day yesterday. And I'm joined by four great friends. We're here to talk about the upcoming Beaton Charity Classic in August, on August 19th. And I am joined by Elaine LeBlanc from St. Anne's Human Services, Wendy Mickle representing Westborough Food Pantry, Terry Cassidy, from the newly installed Executive Director of SYFS, and Tom Kennedy, who filled in the former stand-in Executive Director for SYFS, who really helped us with a great transition with the organization recently. So we're here just to talk about the tournament, talk about last year's first annual Beaton Charity Classic, the success of that, and how we're hoping to build on it last year, and going to talk a little bit about some of the funds that were given to the three organizations and what they do, and how helpful they are to our community, to so many. So last year, we had the first annual Beaton Charity Classic on August 20th, and it was a beautiful day in August, and we had a full slate of 144 golfers. We had a tremendous 19th hole reception afterwards. We started the day off at 9 o'clock, and we'll do similarly this year with a continental breakfast, and then we get everybody off to the tee at 10:30 and have a great day. It's not the fastest pace of play in the world because we try to have a lot of fun out there and do have a full golf course, but it's at the end of the day, we're here to raise some funds for three great charities, and that's what it's all about. So everybody has a good time. We're really looking forward to it this year. This year we're really excited because last year we exceeded our expectations. Our goal was to raise $30,000, and we were able to raise $34,500, so $11,500 for each charity, and so we exceeded our goal. And this year, we tried to raise the bar a little bit more and see what we could do. And I think we're well on our way to exceed what we did last year. So we're really looking forward to it. This year's tournament is really going to be very similar to last year's. We had a great time out on the course. We have a barbecue station set up. This year's sponsor is Gene DeFutis Family Foundation is the barbecue sponsor, where we set up at the confluence of about 5 holes, and it's a great area where people can pass, and we kind of camp out there, have a barbecue, and it's a great meeting spot. And I'm sure that actually helps bog down the speed of play a little bit, but it's certainly worthwhile. It was one of the best reviewed things that we did last year. So we're going to have the barbecue sponsorship again, and I made a deal with Mother Nature, and the weather's going to be fantastic again like it was last year. So looking forward to that. And then we have the 19th hole reception, which anyone watching, you're more than welcome. We'd love to have you come by. We usually get that rolling around 4 o'clock. We have a lot of great auction items, and it's just a good time to see a lot of familiar faces and have a good time and hear some of the tales off the golf course. So we're well on our way to setting things up. A little windy here, but we're well on our way to setting things up to having another successful year this year. And now I wanted to take the opportunity to just kind of go down the line here and talk about each charity and the great work that you do, and maybe talk about what you were able to do a little bit differently with some of the help we were able to provide last year, and hopefully exceeded this year. So why don't we start down here, Elaine, and maybe tell us some of the things about St. Anne's Human Services and all the fantastic work that you guys do over there.
Well, first of all, we thank the committee very much for your very generous donation last year. And with that, we were able to purchase 4 new freezers, which we badly needed. Okay. We had some of them from the beginning, some of them had been cast-offs. So now we have beautiful new freezers that are very efficient, and they pack a lot of stuff in them. Yes, I know. The green man himself, yes. So we were delighted with that. We also took the entire food area, and of course we are very conscious of various inspections and also the nature of trying to keep a very clean place for the food. So the entire area was cleaned and repainted with some of the funds, and there were some major repairs done. There were a few closets added. Mm-hmm. Those were some of the bigger things that we did, and so that was extremely well needed and well spent. And for that, we thank you. I know the people that run the pantry were delighted, and they keep saying, well, now can we get this? And I said, you got to wait. But they were definitely necessary items. We service, we have about 600 families registered. Now, they don't all come all the time, but they are registered, they are qualified. And the majority, probably this month, maybe it was 250 that showed up Monday for their food, which they get their non-perishables, which are pre-packed with USDA and MFAP foods, as well as all the other things necessary for a kitchen. Then we have the other section where they get their perishable items. We give them meat and milk, eggs, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and a lot of that comes from the Worcester County Food Bank, which is a godsend to us. And also somebody new on board was Trader Joe, who give us their daily items that, they're not out for sale. Sometimes you have to pick out one item that may be like one little orange in there that's no good, but the rest of it is fine. And so all of our clients are getting a wonderfully well-balanced arrangement or a supply of necessary items. And especially with the children, we try to concentrate on getting good nourishment into the kids.
Yeah,
because some of these families, they will tell us they are the working poor. They're really trying, but they go into the grocery store, and some of these items are so expensive that, you have 4 or 5 kids, and you're not going to buy a lot of navel oranges. And then when they come to us, and they can get navel oranges and beautiful tomatoes, and I mean, it's really wonderful to see their faces. It really is.
Yeah, that's great.
We have several suppliers that give us their cookies that are, again, they have not exceeded, but are near the date when they can no longer be used. So we recycle everything that comes in. And I tell anybody, if you stand still long enough, you could get recycled. So it's an ongoing joke. But the support from your committee was outstanding. It really, really was. And the people of Shrewsbury that do benefit from our services thank everybody and all the people in town that support us all the time.
Yeah, that's great. Well, thank you, and we're happy to help because we know the great work that you guys do and help so many. So it's a pleasure. We're happy to help.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Wendy, you're here as the treasurer of the Westborough Food Pantry, and why don't you tell us a little bit about the good work that you guys do?
Okay, well, this year was a celebration year for us. We've been there for 27 years, but we were celebrating kind of a 25th. We tried to do it. We renovated the building, so we wanted to show off the building, celebrate 25 years, so it took 27 years, but whatever. So we had that back in April, and it's a great organization. There's 40 volunteers. We pretty much had 40 volunteers all that time. I think their support is phenomenal. The work that they do, all the renovations were done by people that are volunteers, that kind of thing. So they wanted to make it nice and clean and a place that you could be proud of and that people go to and would be happy to go in there, because we are in the basement of an old building. So it really is very nice now. And so the money that you raise, which has been fantastic, it helped pay for a lot of work that we did this year.
That's great.
But mainly what we really like using it for is fresh fruits and vegetables for the volunteers that come in. And we give them coupons. So in July, August, September, they can go to local farm stands and get fresh fruits and vegetables.
Oh, nice.
So
I didn't realize that was an option. Oh, that's great.
That is mainly what we use it for. But it came in handy this year, too.
Great,
So we were happy to have it.
That's great.
It's a nice organization, and they do a good job. And I think the people that come there are pleased. The amount of food we buy, and we were adding it up the other day, and it's like 10,000 pounds of meat that we buy, and 37,000 eggs. So those numbers, when you think about them each year.
Yeah. It's amazing.
It's great. Yeah.
It's amazing because I think in the hustle and bustle of our lives, we forget about or don't even realize the need, the volume of the need that's out there. We don't always think about it. It's not on the forefront of our minds, and a lot of times, unfortunately, I'm guilty as this as anyone. We sometimes maybe forget about organizations and the people that need the help until we're in their shoes and we need the help ourselves. So that's why we even wanted to have everyone come here to really just as an advocacy piece to let people know that these services are out there. That I'm sure there's multiple volunteer opportunities. There's the resources there if anyone does need them. So it's great, I think, for folks to hear the work and the services that you guys can provide. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And on to our new face of SYFS and our I'm not going to say old face of SYFS, Tom, but I guess I did. I apologize. So maybe I don't know how you guys want to talk about the work of SYFS, and Terry, are obviously sort of new to the scene and getting on board and hit the ground running, and let you guys take it from there, I guess.
Fill in a little bit, and then maybe
Sure.
Tom can talk about last year. But first off, I have to say, look at this backdrop.
Yeah.
Is this not amazing? You too could be out here
Yeah.
swinging a golf. So for you potential supporters out there, we can't thank you enough, Matt, for doing this for us. Shrewsbury Youth and Family Services has been around for 30 years, serving the community of Shrewsbury, and 42% of our funding comes from fundraising and events like this. And what I could say about our mission, it's really to enhance the lives of the residents of Shrewsbury. And what I've been told by the people I've met this past, I've only been on board a week and a couple days now, but what I've been told by folks is that we are kind of the safety net. We offer the services, and whenever there's issues with families, and I've been fielding calls all week, whether it's somebody who's been very hard working their whole life and now has hit hard times and doesn't have an income, and they're maybe facing foreclosure and they don't know where to turn, and we can direct them. Or maybe it's a child who's lost a grandparent and is having grief and loss issues, that we can provide some counseling. Or maybe it's some young people in the school. We do leadership institutes, so we have the Trailblazers, and right now you can still sign up for it. I put a little plug in, I hope you don't mind.
Not at all.
We have the You Go Girl.
Yeah.
It's a camp program, 4 weeks. It's starting on Monday, and it's for girls ages 11 to 14. And what it does, it's a great opportunity for these young girls to get together and they understand about imaging and self-esteem and the messages that we get. And we know that adolescent age is such a critical time. So it's a wonderful program, 9 to 12. So if you got some young girls at home that are going to be home, great opportunity to send them next week. And still call the center. So it's these programs that this funding supports, and they're so critical, and we appreciate every bit of it. So, and I'll let the old face, and I'll talk more.
Right.
No,
And
that's
he's
wonderful.
been wonderful. We can't thank Tom enough.
Tom has
for
done a fantastic
everything
job.
he's done. And he's
Thank
still
you.
giving me lots of support. So.
Yeah.
No, I know last year with it is to follow up on Terry's comments, the counseling support that we provide. Much of it is people with health insurance, but in many cases, especially in today's tight economy, there are many people that have lost their health insurance. And one of our core values is we will not turn anyone away because of lack of insurance. So we have used that funding to pay the counselor that ordinarily would be reimbursed through health insurance for that, and that's been a significant amount of resources. Our youth development programs that Terry touched on, the You Go Girl and Trailblazers, while the majority of people are able to pay the tuition, each year there are kids in the community that mom and dad would love them to participate but just don't have the funds, and it's because of funding like the Beaton Charity Classic that we've been able to support scholarships for these children.
That's great.
And it made a significant difference in the lives of kids, that kids have come back, referred friends to it with it, and it does make a difference with it. So we, the $11,500 last year was a significant help to our budget. And even though the economy seems to be improving, there are still a number of people out there that are struggling. And I put a thank you into St. Anne's Human Services, because when they run across folks that need more than just the food, that they need some counseling support with it, Elaine and her staff will send them over to Shrewsbury Youth and Family Services.
Yeah.
And we've got a partnership with the town of Westborough as well on the You Go Girl. After our 4 weeks in Shrewsbury will end in mid-July, we're going to start a 4-week program in Westborough for the 11 to 14-year-old girls
Great.
in Westborough, and that will be housed right in Westborough with it. So it's although we're based in Shrewsbury, and we do like to branch out in this regionalization effort to just expand the services.
That's great. That's great. And I think those were 3 great summaries, or 4, I guess, great summaries of all the fantastic work that all the organizations do, and that's why we're just so happy to be involved and help out. And one thing that I just really want to make a point of is, we hear all these great things and all this work and all the success that we've had, and without all of the support of the host committee, our sponsors, and all of the people, and our chair of the tournament, Hannah Kane, and our whole team that puts this thing together, I feel guilty calling it the Beaton Charity Classic, but it should be the Everyone Charity Classic, because there's so many more people that do more than me on this, and I just can't thank everyone enough, and can't thank you all enough for all the good work that you do for helping us out, making this event a success, and and all the good work you do in our community. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are back here at Mount Pleasant Country Club, and we did a little change, and now I am joined at the table with General Manager of Mount Pleasant Country Club, Brian Lynch, the chair of the Beaton Charity Classic, Hannah Kane, and the new head of the golf pro here at Mount Pleasant Country Club, Hal Jacobs. So thank you all very much for being here, and we just wanted to take a minute to talk about, reflect on last year's tournament, looking ahead to this year's tournament, and the success that it was. I mean, we had just amazing reviews from every golfer that was out there because of the great work that you guys did here to keep a great course, as you can see in the background here, and just run a tight operation with a tight golf tournament with a lot of great ideas from the first day we met to the post-game breakdown. And we love to do it here because of the great job that you guys do. The staff is amazing, and just from top to bottom, it's just a phenomenal organization that you have here. And the idea with the barbecue the barbecue station, it's just great ideas. So Brian, I don't know, maybe you want to talk a little bit about last year and this year, looking forward.
Thank you, Representative Matt. It was awesome last year, and we're thrilled and proud to host such an important event, helping the wonderful charities that you're supporting, and having the golf tournament, having the barbecue out on the golf course was fun. Your participation gave everybody a chance to talk to you personally, laugh at a few shots that you hit, but it really gave people an opportunity to be kind of up close and personal and talk to you about things happening in state government, and in addition to talking about the wonderful charities that you're supporting through this great effort. But the camaraderie, the atmosphere at the barbecue, it made a golf tournament informative, educational, but a whole lot of fun for the day. Hopefully we'll have a day as glorious as today, which we did last year. So we'd like you to be in charge of the weather. That's our only request. But it was a fun day, and the work of your committee, Hannah was amazing. First year event, raising $33,000. Hats off to everybody involved, because it really was a collaborative effort. But we're so delighted to be hosting such a really important event, for you and for us.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And again, we can't tip our hat to you guys enough for just how smooth.
Looking forward to year
went.
2.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it.
So Hal, maybe we want to talk about maybe the format and the play and all things specific to golf.
Sure, the players will really enjoy Bramble format, which is stress-free. They could all tee off and select the best drive and then play their own ball. So it's a little mixture where they could play their own ball as well as not be stressed out that they have to contribute. They'll enjoy the driving range and putting green before they play. In front of the clubhouse, we'll meet to go out for the day. We'll have members of the staff bring everybody to the holes. They'll enjoy the golf, the food at the crossroads area. When they're done, we'll have scoring in the clubhouse, and it'll be a great day for all.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It seemed like it was a fun fun way to do it last year. You know, I think maybe some of the serious golfers might have a difficult time with the pace of play, the Bramble style, whatever. But it's all for fun. We're here to raise some money, have a good time, see some friends, and that's pretty much that goal we hit, and that's the only goal we really care about here. 'Cause I know I'm certainly not a good golfer, so. The good golfers, I don't mind if they complain a little. So now I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of our major sponsors, because without them, you know, we wouldn't be able to do this, because you know, all the golfers come out and participate and you know, spend some money on the auction items and on the various holes, and you know, just from every angle, it's such a team effort and a community effort, really, and that's you know, we're trying to help the community, and it's the community helping the community. So it's a phenomenal equation, and it's great that everyone can have fun in between. So this year we have a presenting sponsor, the Gene J. DeFutis Family Foundation. He'll be the presenting sponsor and also the barbecue sponsor for this year's tournament, and been a great supporter last year and continues to be this year. And I just want to mention a few of some of the major supporters, and I apologize if I forget anyone out there, but a phenomenal Bob Turkanian over at Hairlines is just always there with all. You see all the jackets we were able to give away this year. He's gonna do the hats again this year, and just a phenomenal guy, and does so many great things, and so quietly around town. So many people don't even know who he is, but he's just always quietly in the background there to help out, and just a good guy. And Wheeler Brader of Shrewsbury, again, just a phenomenal group of people. And just do so much in town again, and always have, you know, Bob Jakes and now Don Musel over there. And we also have, as double eagle sponsors, Dunkin' Donuts. What's that?
And he's new this year.
He's new this year, yeah. George is, you know, great guy, always helping out around town again. And Mezzo, a company that I think a lot of people might actually think is in Worcester. It's actually right by the lake on the Worcester line, but that is a Shrewsbury company, and they've stepped up to help us again. And Eagle sponsors are Beaton King Construction, Ann and I, and Shrewsbury Federal Credit Union and TD Bank. And I think I'll draw the line at the birdie sponsors, which are Fletcher Tilton PC, Webster 5 Cents Bank, Bowditch and Dewey LLP, Camco Supply Corporation, Polito Development Corporation. And one final one, the 19th hole reception sponsor is Central One Federal Credit Union. And you know, I think if folks, you know, words I don't think could do it justice, what ends up getting put out on display, and the food that is presented, the presentation of the food, and then just the quality of the food, and the layout of the auction. It's just a really good time, and it's a fun decompression after a long, stressful day on the golf course. Well, for me, it's stressful.
If the golf isn't particularly done well, then we can assure you that the food and beverage is done at a higher level than the golf. So everybody's happy with that.
Right. So on that note, leading into the you know, the 19th hole, I think you know, Hannah, maybe you would like to highlight some of the specifics on the auction.
And I think that Matt mentioned earlier, you know, we structured the day so that if you're not able to come and golf, you can actually come and attend the reception, and that's something that you can sign up for separately. And we did have quite a few people who did that last year, and it was a really fun time. You get to see everyone coming off the course. You get to see all and bid on the live auction items and the raffle items, and it's a good time. It's a great atmosphere, and the food and the drinks are fabulous. And we sort of break it into both having brown bag raffle items that people can you know, take a chance on, and we had a live auction last year as well, where we had 4 or 5 items that were great opportunities. Some of them were golfing at different locations, and foursomes and threesomes, and that seemed to be a big appeal as well. This year we have a couple unique items that we've already sort of added to our auction. One is going cruising with Michael and Vanessa Hale. The Hales just purchased a 1963 Ford Falcon, which is actually why he's not joining Mount Pleasant. But
I'll speak to him about that purchase soon.
But he has donated sort of a night out in the town, so cruising with the Hales. And Michael Hale is been a fabulous supporter of this event, working on the planning committee with us, and so that will be a really fun night for somebody to win.
I will be bidding on that.
Yeah, we could buy a night out with Michael Hale so we can get the inside scoop on how cable rates are really set in Shrewsbury.
Exactly,
that's such guarded information that
he's going to have to bring someone who knows that with him then.
That'll be a fun night, though.
Yeah.
Mike's a great guy, and
Great
his wife
guy.
is delightful, so
That's great.
good luck to the lucky bidder.
Yeah.
In addition to that, I know Matt mentioned that Mezzo last year was, a birdie sponsor for us. They stepped up huge this year to be a double eagle sponsor, and they actually provided us with some fabulous 4 Pavilion Club tickets to a Red Sox-Yankees game on a Friday night in September. So I think
fun.
those will
The
go.
first place Red Sox, is that you're referring to? The first
Hopefully
place
they
Red
still
Sox?
will be then. You
And the
never
third
know,
place Yankees, Hal?
Yeah.
I think that's
From
right.
New
Somehow
York?
have the second best record in the league right now. I think it's unbelievable.
I think another great addition this year is the Crowley family, who owns Wachusett, has offered us a bronze pass, which if you're a skier, you have kids who are a skier, is a
Nice.
tremendous
Nice.
item. We also have
Thank you to the Crowleys. So
yes,
great.
they're
Great
absolutely
people.
great, and they're going to be golfing here as well this year in the tournament. And we have a number of golf items. Some we'll be picking up later on, but I think we have a ping. Is it a? I forget what it's called.
What's the
Ping
the
driver?
safety one? No,
No.
the
the
rescue.
rescue club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rescue.
See my golf knowledge there is pretty impressive, huh?
The non-golfers must be saying, "What's a rescue club? What do you need to be rescued
We should
from?"
not be the people picking out the
From the
items.
rough.
And then we're also going to have, as I mentioned before, there are people on the host and planning committee who are stepping up to offer golfing here at Mount Pleasant. I think Mount Pleasant is going to put in a foursome, is
Yes,
that
we
correct,
are,
into
yep.
the auction.
Love the support.
And then the Worcester Country Club, I know there is a member there who's going to put in golfing there, as well as Tatnick, so you can sort of have a regional chance to get to know some of the courses. And then I know that Wagner BMW last year donated 2 golf bags, and I think they're going to be doing that for us again this year. So that's just sort of a sample.
I could donate a golf lesson as well.
That would be
Oh,
fabulous.
great.
That's actually interesting, because you'll have some people who won't want to take that
That's
because they
yeah,
won't
right.
want you to know how bad they are. But,
Right,
but I'm sure there's going to be there's some hardcore guys here who will love that opportunity.
Great.
That would be fabulous. Thank you, Hal. So yeah, and it's a really great auction. We started off first thing in the morning when you come in for the Continental Breakfast, and actually Dunkin' Donuts is going to be the Continental Breakfast sponsor this year in registration. So it's out at that time.
That's George Cadet. Dunkin'
George
Donuts,
Cadet,
right?
yep,
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Everybody loves Duncan.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we're hoping, actually, we thought it would be great if we could have Dunkin's coffee that day as
We
well.
can,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, and then, you can bid on in the morning, and then when you come back in the afternoon, you can always tell who had a really good round, because they're really generous in the
right.
auction. But no, I think it'll be fabulous.
Yeah. So I mean, we did a pretty decent job. Covered a lot of information in this half an hour of what we're trying to build on from last year, the beautiful day we had last year, all that goes into it, all the different people, and then also where it's going to go to help out. And it really is, I said it before, it's kind of a community helping a community right there. And I'd like to just thank everyone who's been involved, all the folks behind the scenes, that the meetings on Sunday nights to plan this thing and get it all out the door, and all the help working with you guys, and just all the sponsors, the players. There's so many people to thank, and without everyone's involvement, we just couldn't do it. And and a special thanks to Hannah too for really taking it by the reins and doing a phenomenal job, like she always does with everything. So. On that, we're counting down the days. We don't want to rush through summer, but we're really looking forward to August 19th, getting back out here, and
2 months out.
Yeah, 2 months away now, and getting out here and just having another great day.
Is there a way for people watching this
Absolutely.
today to go to the website or sign up?
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Hannah, why don't you talk about
Sure.
that?
So you can find out more information. You can go to Matt's website, which is repmattbeaton.com. You can also call us at the office at 508-925-4880. And when you go on the website too, there's email addresses there that you can contact us with. So again, don't be afraid to come out and just, even if you're not a golfer, come and have a great time that night. It's a lot of fun, and all of it will go to charity, so it makes it really worthwhile.
Yep. So thank you all very much. Thank you to everyone out there who's a supporter and helping out with this great cause. And we hope to either see you on the course or see you at the 19th hole reception. So thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.